Hello. I thought I should come on and say hi to everybody and check in and see how you guys are doing and how you guys are all handling. There's just like a lot of stress in the world right now, and I really thought before I came on live and talked to people I would spend some time really making sure that my spirit is in the right place and that my own heart and mind is in a healthy space. And so I'm in Florida. I'm still trying to get myself acclimated to the surroundings, and the sun is rising in the wrong sky for me. Hi, Catherine. So I thought I really thought, how do we keep ourselves in a place of understanding the faithfulness of God when it seems like the world's gone mad? And one of the things, I came out today and I'm walking around this area and it's just really beautiful, and I put on some worship music and I thought, how do I get my spirit in a right place? And so when there's so much stress and so many things going on, and our physical things are kind of getting stretched, and our emotional things are getting stretched, to really say, okay, can I get my spirit in a healthy place? So I had some worship music on, and I just listened to song after song. I have a set in my YouTube channel of my favorites of just really good worship music. And while I was walking this morning and thinking about this one particular song a friend of mine had to sing at a funeral of a young man, and it was so hard for her, and she texted me, she goes, I don't know how I can do this or how they can even ask me to do this. When somebody died at such a young age, to sing of the faithfulness of God, how can you do that? And I remember just the pain in her voice, and she's an amazing musician. And so I was thinking about that this morning as I'm thinking about, how do I sing about the faithfulness of God? And what came to me is that God is faithful, He is unchanging. And I was singing this Hebrew song about the holiness of God and the power of God, the consistency of God. But in light of all of that, God is not stagnant. And I think we need to remember that. I mean, oftentimes we get so drawn into the panic and the frustration and the anxiety of the moment, and are we doing all the right stuff, that we forget about the faithfulness of God, and that we have a spiritual connection with God, and He is faithful to hold our spirits within the palm of His hand all of our days and into eternity, and that's what maintains us through trying times. And I was thinking, so I went inside, and the lady that I'm visiting with has Alzheimer's, and so I was asking about some of the songs that she likes to listen to from her old days. So I put on YouTube, and I was just pulling up all of these old hymns that were so fun, like there's a new name written down in glory. And think about, the day that you were saved, and say, there's a new name written down in glory, and it's mine. Oh yes, it's mine. And that the words of that song bring joy to your heart, that my name is written down in the book of life for all eternity. And can we sit in those moments and remember there is a God who is faithful, a God who is consistent, but He is not stagnant. He is with us. He walks with us, breathes life through us, in us, around us, and He has a plan for us. And I thought, if I could get all of my friends to post their favorite worship song and show the world that we can celebrate the reality of the salvation of our souls with a God who loves us deeply in the light of trying circumstances, that we could actually have an impact, not only within the brotherhood and sisterhood of Christ, but also to the world, and say, this is where our peace comes from, the reality of what God has done for us and through us, not that our circumstances are great or our circumstances are even comfortable. I mean, we think about the martyrs in the world and all the things that they went through so that we could have faith today, to be able to say, okay, how do we celebrate our spirituality in these moments? And so I hope that in the moments and days to come, that you will again just express over and over again the joy of your salvation to those around you, and allow them to experience with you those amazing moments of salvation, and let them be aware of the God who is faithful, who is consistent, who is always there, but He is not stagnant. And may God bless you, and I love you guys. See you later.